Hello and welcome once again to Wars Going On. I'm Arcturus and we're here on the Forerunner server bringing the latest in what's going on in Watch Your Realms. As ever, this is a community-based podcast. Please do remember to like, share, hype, subscribe, share, raise your glasses and join us as we go for this week's podcast. And there is a lot to cover with a massive update coming to the Forerunner server and probably arriving in May on Global. So I'll probably have to release this as a series of small videos through the week as well, just to try and break out sort of the core topics because there is so much to cover. It's going to be a long episode. I was just bemoaning my summons before we joined. So Mystical, how are your summons?
Oh, ask me tomorrow. I'll do mine tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Haven't done them yet. Yeah. Done sort of family, normal, real life stuff today. And then tomorrow morning I'll go and do the summons. Hopefully get a grey beard. That'd be nice. And then Forerunner account, I won't be summoning ancients. I'm sat at almost 0 pity, so I'm about 5 into Lord Pity, but I've got the best part, 200 ancients snaffled by. Global account, I don't have a Denny. I'm about 160 towards Pity. Ooh. So I should pull, I'll pull the 40 on there, see how we go, maybe get some luck, and who knows what we'll get along on the way. See how many rares and epics we can get as well within that 40.
Cool. So first up in the big change, this big patch note, which is arriving on Tuesday. It's Tuesday night. So Wednesday, probably by the time we actually get to play with it, the 14th of April. It's going to be a big change to Arena. Well, a big change to Arena rewards. Specifically, they're adding diamonds and summoning crystals and getting rid of the golden experience potions. Those are from the combat, the weekly settlement rewards. And then they make a big deal about how they've made a big change to the arena coins. What they've actually done is they've basically, if you're below Apex, they've just increased your diamond rewards by 50. If you're in Apex, they've raised your diamonds by 200. And if you're in Apex Overlord, then they've increased them by another by 200. So overall, the reward. It
says at the top you're getting added diamonds and summoning crystals.
Yeah, so what it means is
they've
within the
diamonds.
chest, and you're getting diamonds as well. So it's basically, if you come to the rewards here, there is rewards.
Rank,
sorry. Yeah. So if you come in here, you can just about see these chests down the bottom. So it means that inside these chests, it's getting rid of the gold and experience potions.
And then in diamonds.
And more summoning crystals. So I'm assuming that's going to be like divine shards or ancient shards. It's so
when you click on that on Tuesday, you will see a much better chest.
Theoretically, yes.
Or a marginally improved chest.
That's probably more like it, yes.
There we go.
Yeah, so
if I don't open anything or click on my arena rewards until Wednesday morning, I'll get the new ones.
Yeah, that's true. You could do that.
But Apex Arena starts on Monday, doesn't it?
If you qualify for Apex Arena, the preparation phase starts on Monday. They've still not fixed this. And you'll be able to start playing around with it. So
I probably will click on it.
Yeah. Well, no, because the Apex Arena is going to launch from here, not necessarily from the arena. They're kind of implying that these are two separate things.
Oh, so much the same as Honor's Gauntlet is a completely separate thing then.
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be better than Apex. It's got to be better than Honor's Gauntlet, isn't it?
Honor's Gauntlet is trash. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that.
That's taken us off topic straight away, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah, straight away. So arena changes, not much happening there. Pretty much a minor bump in the rewards. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Now, heroes. big changes to Ghan, Lord of the Chaotix, the original Chaotic Lord Defender. They've given him a really big buff overall. I can't see there's much else to say about it. So
he was best Lord for the Painter as well. So
yeah.
I presume Painter gets a buff from this as well.
Yeah, realistically. Yes, especially once he's into low health, then he's going to get. We'll get to Lord skill in a second, but yeah, I mean, overall himself, he's getting a big buff overall. So each time he takes damage, he's getting a permanent increase in his defense up to 30%. So they've kind of clarified the wording on that. They've made it clearer. So. Yeah, so
goes off defense. Yeah, 30% permanent.
So it is permanent increase, so it doesn't drop off if you're not receiving damage for 15 seconds. So that's really good. The ultimates, which is Battle Cry, which is increasing the block, and it gives him damage reduction buffs.
Unyielding now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's
and now
added.
Yeah, exactly. So they're now adding in an unyielding state for him. Now I wonder if that's going to be like Valeria's. Unyielding that occurs during the ultimate, and then he's going to die after that 5 seconds, or whether he's going to go unyielding and then he's going to be able to continue. And it doesn't the other thing it doesn't say is whether it's one time only or whether it's going to be every time during his ultimate,
per deployment or per ultimate or per 30 seconds or whatever it is. There's
a bit more clarity required on that, but anyway, unyielding on a defensive on a defender, really strong. It's going to make him usable in a lot more content overall. So really looking forward to playing with that.
Do you have him then? Do you?
I do. I only got him fairly recently. I haven't used him very much, but I think he's going to be an interesting one to play with now because really is. He's going to add more viability to GVG because he is now going to be able to use defensive tank in GVG.
Yeah.
So this is one of his passives. So when he took damage, he was a chance to do. Previously, if you took damage, there was a chance to do up to 500% attack to nearby 10 enemies, which is good if lots of things are storming up on him. Now it's every between 7 and 5 seconds. The next attack immediately does this AoE blast of up to 500 AoE damage. So he doesn't even need to be taking. He doesn't need everyone to be stacking up on him. As soon as people are approaching him, if someone's nipping at him, he does the hit. And every time he's taking damage, that cooldown is reducing by half a second. So 4 attacks, and suddenly that's every 3 seconds. So that's really going to make it really strong for him.
Yeah, particularly if you've got like a swarm of heroes going against him, that's going to be done in, split second, isn't it? He's going to be firing that off all the time. He's going to be a menace.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be really, and he can hit really hard, which is one of the things that was really good about him. Because he was able to stack his defense really high.
Particularly if he's gone unyielding for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He's got 5 seconds of just smashing this hit off all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah,
theoretically. I mean, may not pan out that well, but I mean, he could.
Yeah, definitely good to play with. Right, after the so his A3 is getting a buff. So previously it was to do with the next basic attack triggered frantic retribution to up to 10 enemies, and it was limited to the AoE damage is based on the number of times a hero has received damage during the battle cry, so which during the ultimate.
But it's not now, is it? It's him and anyone else who's all allied around him. So if any of the allies are taking a hit, that will also trigger it. So the A3 looks like a brilliant shout for him.
Yeah, that's really nice that they've like broadened it out to the rest of the team, especially if you think about it, that could be triggered by the passive health loss on a chaotic unit, because that's taking damage. So if your ultimates happen to sync up, that could give him a real charge up for that attack.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I'm not sure who's doing this now, but it's almost as if they're thinking about heroes as opposed to just chucking skills at them. They look like they're actually thinking, what do we want this hero to do? How do we want it to work? And it looks like there's some real thought going into this. It really is a breath of fresh air over the last, I'd say, few months, really.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say the first attempt at the Mina rework was a bit of. I mean, it was good because it was powerful, but it was bugged. So it's not. There are still problems in their process, but yeah, this looks on paper. It's looking really, really strong. Really good change for him, and a lot of the recent changes as well have been put in there. So things like the exclusive artifacts, which are adding in additional skills that don't have into people's kit. So the recent change one for Gwendolyn, which was really strong. And again, there are some more along that line coming into this patch, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, a lot more thought going in about how the units are being used and how people are making use of them to get the best out of them.
Yes, as a faction, they've just had their Lord skill buffed, haven't they? And yet he's getting his buffed again, or additionally, I suppose. So, I mean, it's nice they're watching. I think that's good that they're keeping an eye on this sort of thing and pushing it forward. I think that's a really, really good sign.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just scrolling back to see if I can see when the change was. I think it was around December time.
Oh, was it that far back?
No, but I mean the Lord skills for both Balderon and Ghan were adjusted recently, and it's interesting to see that they've gone back again and further adjusted his skill to make it even stronger. So let's bring that to the top of the screen. So basically now when his in fact, it's probably easier if we just pull him up. So currently it was increased to this. So they added penetration to it up to and now I think that they're changing the specifics of his damage. So now it's going to be more around what this second half bit here, this faction members bit. So let's just get that going.
They've just tweaked it to get another 5% on there, haven't they? Below 25%. So if you drop down to the 30, you'll get the 20. Or you get the 20%, and then when you get to the 25%, you get an additional 5% on there as well. So that's a nice little bonus.
Before it is.
Because he's going to hit unyielding as well, isn't he? So
exactly. So again, more damage.
Even if it's a massive amount of damage, you're going to increase his damage again, and he's going to be unyielding, and then start smashing this out all over the place.
Yeah, especially when you've got units like Ardia, Count Dracula, and Sargak who pull their health down really, really fast and really, really low. Yeah. So they're going to really be able to take advantage of that Lord skill there.
I'll tell you the other thing I like about him is the next bit in the patch notes. They've gone through and fixed stuff with him at the same time, which is really nice as opposed to seeing it months after month. Fix this issue with him, fix this issue with him. They've gone through and gone, well, these are some issues as well. So we'll make sure all of these work as well. I mean, it's a really nice, subtle little change. Yeah, it's nice that they've done that.
Yeah, so again, they fixed this issue with Awaken 3 not triggering at a 5 under certain circumstances, and fixed...
Not an issue I'm going to face.
No. Fixed an issue where the ultimate effect would not be granted to ally heroes in invisibility under certain circumstances. I mean, which chaotics are invisible? The archer, the werewolf with the bow.
Oh yes,
he's invisible.
Or maybe there's ones coming.
Maybe. Okay, so the next one is one who you wouldn't have thought needed changing. Was Count Dracula. So
yeah,
this is an interesting one. So what it looks like it's doing is that it's removed this section about the target selection update each time the ultimate ends. So they've removed that bit.
Yeah, because he's now casting it continuously.
Yes. Allied with soul, yeah. So, and the ultimate now is gone from absorbing all the soul rot effects, and then during the ultimate can't be healed, suffers, and then after the ultimate end, consumes all the soul siphon stacks. So now they've removed this bit about removing the soul rot. So once he's selected his 2 heroes to get it, then they're pretty much going to stay with it. So it's really, again, it's a nice bit of damage for that, but it could have some impacts over on how your team is playing. But you shouldn't see that 30% drop in damage at A1.
No.
Now the next one, Ajax. He's getting a big buff.
I think this is going to be massive for him.
Yeah, the OG Dragon's getting a lot going on for him here.
Yeah, I mean, straight off the talent is 100% better. Absolutely.
So yeah, going from 10% to 20%. And then he's going to increase his damage when he inflicts burning. So immediately looking at infernal synergy there. Especially as we've just had Gretchen, we've just had Violetta, who have all this synergy built around burning being inflicted. Solkaden's rework. There's a lot to play with there. He's going to slot right into any infernal team. Plus, he's going to be bringing between 4 and 6% damage overall. Really, really nice addition to him there.
Just straight on his talent, isn't it? Before you go any further, his talent gets a nice big buff. The Destruction Breath, again, gets a straight up damage buff, isn't it?
Yeah, 20% damage. So it goes 20% damage across the board. So it goes from 140 to 160 is the base, and 180 to 200 at the top end. Pretty straightforward, but that's not the good bit. The good bit is in the bit below. His next passive, and his A1, but we'll come to that soon. But the basic attack. So previously Thunderstrike, which is big AoE strike, which hits multiple targets, does AoE damage, etc. That is now being added to the ultimate. So that's going to be really, really cool. Chance to cast lightning to up to 5 targets in range, dealing 200% AoE damage and inflicting 25% slash.
Slow.
Absolutely amazing. Especially if you think about his artifact and the fact that you can then have him inflicting poisons as well, and radiant erosion alongside burning. Yeah, he's just and poison. Yeah, he's just incredible.
I think he'll see some more playtime. But I love the A1 as well. This A1 is fantastic.
Yeah,
they're really starting
penetration.
to push. Really starting to push penetration, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean that's just
quite really nice.
It is, and it means that a lot of these magic heroes who have low attack thresholds can now really stand up more in the end game, even when the armor is quite high, because they can just push through it. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you see more Matrix teams, A1 plus, running Ajax because he's bringing the magic vulnerability. He's now bringing penetration to himself, but that could just be absolutely incredible in the right team.
Yeah, I think absolutely fantastic. Particularly I do like that A1. That is nice.
Yeah. Thunderstrike, sorry, A3 is tweaked again. So they've gone from the Thunderstrike goes up from 15% to 25%. Again, that's the same, but then they're increasing the amount of slow it inflicts, going from 25% to 50% slow. So again, really, really, really strong. And especially even on the way, that's getting stronger because at the A2, you're getting that extra 2% damage just by having him on the field. So
yeah. I think people might be getting it because I didn't realize he's quite vaulted really at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't use him anywhere near as much as I used to. And you used to see him about quite a bit. So maybe we'll start to see him about a bit more.
Well, and the other dragon we're going to start seeing a lot more of is Ymerit, because I think this is going to be this is huge. So
maybe we'll see Lynx out a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, also you've just had Akira who has her Winter's Bite.
She has it, doesn't she? But not to such a degrray, doesn't she? Lynx is putting out Winter's Bite all over the place, isn't she?
She is, yeah.
She might get some playtime because of this. She had a buff the other day as well, didn't she? The previous patch, was it?
2 patches back, but yeah, definitely a lot of synergy around Lynx, getting her reworked, making her more viable, again pushing that Winter's Bite and the fact that her arrows were hitting more targets. And then this again is just playing on that concept of getting Winter's Bite out onto the field, letting people do more damage to targets. So he's also inflicting triggering this cold wave where he's doing extra damage to 100% of the allied hero's attack. So it's going to be
that's within 2 tiles of him, isn't it? From what I read, the Boral Winds or something, isn't it? It's within 2 tiles of wherever you place him.
Yeah. So it's a bit like the vulnerability range that Ajax puts out. He puts out this Boreal Winds. So it's just a boost on that, really. Now, for those of you who have him at A4...
the rest of it doesn't affect me at all. Doesn't affect me at all.
I don't even have an A0, so I mean, everything is... My Nora is suffering, and he's... and I don't get to play with any of this. So A4 is gone from straight up rage regen to increasing the range of Boreal Winds. Really, really nice. Going to give him even more control, more viability, and more chaos. Could start to see more of him again coming back into GVG, because I haven't seen him in GVG in the last 2 seasons. He's kind of dropped off a lot with Count Drac and Nizar jumping into his slot. So maybe this is the chance for him to come back, especially because he does mixed damage types. Mixed damage types do seem to have a lot of success at the moment in GVG because it's much harder for the attacking teams to deal with. A5, after casting the ultimate, has gone from this.
To straight up, it permanently increases the range. Which it should be. If you get someone to A5, you shouldn't have to fanny around with casting your ultimate 2 times before the range is in. It's A5 for crying out loud. Just make it. And then we've got the girl herself. Yeah,
Lady Mina. Now, this is really, really going to be quite interesting.
Potentially really, really good.
Yeah, so
I'm thinking I'm going to put mine in I don't know, 2 pieces of crit damage, 1 piece speed, and then go for it.
Yeah, that could work really well because she's pulling all of her attack from allies on the field. So it's gone from 1 allied hero to 2 allied heroes. So you don't have to worry about the fact that her attack is so low. She's not going to have to worry about not being able to scale properly, which she could do while she was bugged. But now they're going to be able. You're going to scale from the 16k or whatever from Ardia, another 15k from Nazar or from Guan Yu, and you'll be able to get those damage thresholds up on her, so she's back up to the sort of potential that she had. So on paper, this is looking really, really strong. Obviously, her basic attack damage is still going to be trash.
Ageless Wrath set, chuck that on her as well. Yeah.
Or Hell's Lament is the other one. Just build her up from there, because all of her damage has been previously built around crit damage during her ultimate, and that's a great one for that. And it's less than 20 seconds, so it works really, really well. So this is her passive. This is her passive from the Bond skill of Count Dracula. So if you don't have Count Dracula, you don't get any of this, and it's the 20% increase in crit damage, goes from 1 ally to 2 allies. So again, more crit damage shared with her. She's got more damage potential there.
This sounds good as well, this change coming up for the artifact.
This is. So they've taken on board a lot of the feedback that has come from the content creators. I know Destin made a suggestion about reworking her artifact. I put in that they should do something with her artifact, but I wasn't quite specific. But they've basically said everyone is using the Unfortunate Skull artifact, which increases AoE damage by 35%, and they've just thrown that onto her skill, her artifact, and they've made it 35%. There's no vulnerability that she's then suffering from, so she'll be easier to build because you're not having to put extra HP on her to improve her survivability. And her enhanced basic attack, then you get her enhanced basic attack, so you'll be able to cycle her ultimate more. You might be maybe looking at twice in a rotation, which would be really nice. But again, then you're fighting with stacks and everything. But anyway, really, really nice changes for Mina. Can't wait to have a play with that next week.
This is a subtle and really good buff as well.
Yes.
If you were playing a slow PvP arena team, then your Prismark could disappear from the fight. Whereas now, if you win early and the rest of them are still battling away, then your Prismark will not disappear on you, or theoretically it won't. So I'm sure there's people who are using Pierre in arena that are going to be really happy with this. I mean, very subtle, but could be potentially massive for people using him in arena.
Yeah, the Pierre's was really, really strong in AoE arena, and this is just going to make him even stronger.
Particularly if you've got Ghan now as well.
Absolutely. Ghan, Lubu, and Pierre are just going to be unstoppable now. I mean, okay, Lubu's HP doesn't actually get that low, but Pierre and Ghan...
Chucking a Drac, you'll be all right, won't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, drag his health down. Yeah. Trouble is, you keep popping his shield. That's the trouble. Violetta Vane's minor change than her, improving her performance with focus fire. Gretchen is having a buff where her talent would sometimes fail to randomly select targets, optimize the timing of her projectiles from her talent. Okay, very good. Now this is something which was a pain in the ass when I was doing Hidden Stage 8. Where Kigiri, during his ultimate, would potentially not block things. He would fail to block things while he was doing his sweeping strikes. Now that's no longer going to be an issue. So even though he's darted across the field doing his strike, from a blocking perspective, he is still exactly where he was. So you don't have to worry about enemies walking past while he's darting off.
Theoretically.
Well, if they've coded it right, you know.
Oh, now I'm getting this new artifact on Wednesday.
Ooh,
I will get this on Wednesday, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because I do not have him. So the first exclusive I'm bound to get will be Rivenhold's exclusive because I ain't got him. So that'll be it. I mean, oh, brilliant, got the artifact. Yeah, just no hero to put it on. I think that's got to be a massive art. If you've got him, it's got to be a really good artifact.
Yeah. So if you just think about the fact that at the moment a lot of the Matrix teams on the physical side are bringing Rivenhold for buffs, or they're bringing Earlis for healing of specific high risk units, and they're bringing Leia for general healing and buffs, and then they're bringing a third healer for AoE damage and cleansing. Now, potentially you can drop one of those if you have this artifact, because you're going to be able to manage the healing from Leia with buffs, and you're going to be with the right team composition, right team combination, you will be able to have Rivenhold,
nice
Leia,
caveat.
I just know someone's going to kick off in the comments. So, but you're also then getting this 30% rage to the hero. So he's going to be able to do his ultimate even more. If he's doing his ultimate even more, then you've got more uptime of that high level inspiration. You've got more cleanses. It's really strong.
Yeah. Next one seems good as well.
Yeah, Vaughn, as if he needed more damage in Abyss, is going to have that. Anything where it's a shield, he's going to do extra damage. He's going to do... It's going to cycle his rage faster. So he's...
Now, 250, his ultimate is only 500 anyway.
Yeah, so that's really strong for him, because the part of his weakness is that his ultimate is an auto ultimate. So if you're not cycling at the same rate as he is, as the enemy's shields are, like for example in Abyss, then you're suddenly stuck in a position where you can't do what you want to do.
Yeah, you're waiting for it to trigger, aren't you?
Yeah, so
whereas
now
this should solve that problem quite happily.
Yeah, exactly. So now as soon as he starts hitting damage, hitting a shield, extra 250 rage, extra damage through, punch. So that's going to be really, really nice for him.
And that's not it, is it?
No, Beatrix, who's on this week, is really... I mean, she's got so much nice stuff in her kit. I was saying to someone the other day, she gets stronger and stronger and stronger up to A4. I think her A5 is a little bit weak, but that's just my view. I don't think that healing that really adds much to her. But the fact that she's can now extend the duration of her Dream Eaters by another 3 seconds, so they've got more utility. They can move faster. They're already pretty quick, so they're going to move even faster.
I'm interested to see. I might do something in the arena. I might film it this week. See how long it takes them to get from one end of the screen to the other.
Yeah, they're going to
come Wednesday. Have another little look-see. See how quick they are.
That'll be a fun one to play around with on the test server. But now, so loads of stuff about season 14 of Guild Wars, which is kind of crazy because we're only about week 4 of week 5.
Normally I'd expect this to come another week later. It's normally in the last 2 weeks, isn't it? So, but they brought this out now. So.
They brought this out. They've announced it now. They're talking about the next season's Demon Soldier mod. So they have brought back to Forerunner the bot towers, which are not currently present on Global. Sorry, on Forerunner they aren't there. On Global they are. I know there's a lot of tension about the existence / non-existence of them. I kind of learnt to adapt. I think that you can argue one way or the other, but I think that I prefer. I have kind of come around to that. I prefer it without, because it's how you get better at GVG is by learning to take on the biggest thing, and you can always practice in the sandbox or get someone to set it in the sandbox so you can do it. Because
But then, depending on your time zone of when it goes live, you could be that person who never gets to attack the easier teams, depending on who you're with, and never gets any wins. And yet there are achievements and game-orientated things that say you must get X amount of wins.
Yeah, it's true.
Just to play devil's advocate and that sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, personally, not something I really like, but there you go.
You can leave the guild anytime you want, mate. Season 13 Gladiators Gauntlet dates. Again, we don't really we're quite a long way off that, so that's in May. They're talking about added the Tormented Banshees into the Mystery Demon Shoulders chests. Okay, not.
They're just getting moved about.
Yeah. Now, this is really nice.
Are you opening any of your Demon Soldier chests?
I've opened all of them. I'm currently in discussion with the customer service team because last week on the video you saw me trying to open 7 Demon Soldier chests and none of those got credited.
This part here, there wasn't the cumulative count, was there?
Yeah.
So you recorded yours live, yes.
So what happens now is, you probably can't see, but in the Go Obtain, which is down behind Mystical, you click on that, it now comes up with this cumulative rewards chest. Now, during the week, I have acquired 7 Demon Soldiers from that. I've spent I've bought them where I wouldn't normally buy them just to try and get some ahead. And I've gone back to customer service and said, look, I've got video evidence of me not having access to these things after the patch had been deployed. Can I have my rewards, please? And they're thinking about it. So it's a bit of a crap situation.
What's to think about? They said this is the patch. This is what will happen. It didn't happen until 24 hours after the patch. The patch was weird, wasn't it? It still had that banner going across the top for another day afterwards, didn't it? Saying, stand by, there's a patch coming. Actually, we've got the patch. I can see changes like the grouping, because we could see that, couldn't we? I mean,
absolutely.
A lot of the patch that had been done. So
the only thing that hadn't was this Demon Soldier chest thing. But there was no warning saying don't pull your Demon Soldiers chest until this goes live.
You can't be the only person.
I can't be. But the customer service agent I was speaking to was acting like this was a new topic that no one had ever dared to confront them about. So
no, they know about this. 100% they know about it.
Yeah.
So I'm not opening mine. For me, it's a way to get the hero or get the Demon Soldier you're missing when they release new ones. But I don't think it's a way to farm levels up on your Demon Soldiers at all.
No. So for me, I was trying to fill my roster because I didn't have the fire tank and I wanted the fire tank. So
I get it. Yeah.
I spent my 120 coins, got my fire tank. He's now on my team. I think I've used him once. But yeah, there we go. He's now in my roster. There are the Banshee, the Twisted Sycophants. Sorry, the Sycophants are there, but I've not bought them. I'm not in a rush to use them because no one's using them anywhere. So, next one, Gear Dungeons. Gear Dungeon 3 is on the horizon. Now, for some reason, they didn't feel like granting it to us mid-month. They're saying it's coming, but you can't have it until May, which is a little bit mean.
But when will Global get this update? Will they get it at the end of this month, or will they get it at the beginning of May, which would be too late for them?
I think they're getting it at the beginning of May. There's so many things in here which are kind of like May. That I think they're trying to synchronize the deployment of patching across the 2 servers, and while we get it incrementally, they do seem to be shortening the gap between Forerunner getting stuff and Global getting it.
So you think Global will get the patch before
I think they'll get it
3 goes live?
Or very shortly after, because I think they'll get it like the first week of May. So.
Okay, maybe. We'll see. Be quite nice. I mean, hopefully they won't be pushed out May until June. Yeah, that would be annoying.
No, I definitely think you're getting it in May, but it's just when in May, and I think they'll add the gear dungeons in at whatever time you get to do that. But people will push through the gear dungeons really quickly, as they always do.
It depends what's in it. Which way are we going to go? You think more magic damage this time?
I think it might be AoE damage again, because we had physical we kind of had magic damage in the first one, then it was combo mixed damage in the second one. It could be AoE damage in the next one, or it could be mixed damage again, because mixed damage is really hard to manage. So we'll have to see. It's hard to guess at the moment, but I think AoE damage has been something they've been pushing quite hard, and a lot of those. But this
is essentially just free stuff, isn't it? It doesn't cost you stamina. It gets you further in Brave Conquest, which is all good news. You get items dropped from it anyway, gear drops. You get your fabrics for forging up. I mean, it's just all good free stuff, isn't it? And on top of that, you're going to get your unidentified stuff as well for quests in Odyssey.
Yeah. Thank God. I finished that Odyssey quest for the 10 unidentified. Finally. I really hope there's not another one of those.
No, that's the last one I've seen.
Yeah. But so there's that. And so Gear Dungeon 3, Void Rift Epilogue, that has some of the hardest stages in the game. But
they get made easier.
They are getting made easier. They've significantly reduced the difficulty of all stages. So that Soliel Phase 2 one, which was an absolute demon, is going to get easier. And they added 2 brand new bosses on top of that. So they're extending it with 2 new bosses.
So would that bring up the difficulty of it up to the difficulty is at the moment?
Quite possibly. Yeah, quite possibly. After clearing epilogue stages, endless challenge mode will be unlocked. Commanders can freely choose tags to select the difficulty that suits them to experience better combat strategy. So if you remember the last event we had where you could select the difficulty to get the extra points and to push your account to get more out of it, this is exactly what they're bringing in. So it's the Akira damage boss, but with different content.
So, to what end? Why would I choose tags to get a high score on the leaderboard? I assume the leaderboard is reset every now and again and we get rewards from it? Or is it just on top of the leaderboard?
Maybe it's going to be they reset it on a monthly basis, and it'll be like the Omen Queller, so it will run for a certain amount of time. You can get score, and then you'll get something out off it. Well, it doesn't say that there'll be a reward.
It's just left that hanging out there, doesn't it? There's absolutely nothing about rewards going on whatsoever. So it'd be interesting to see if they've actually got some. Just says this is what we're doing. And there'll be a challenge, there's sort of an endless challenge, which is fine. Yeah. But how many people would do it just for a laugh? No. I think that would wane relatively quickly.
Yeah. So last week, as Mystical was celebrating the fact that he was found a way to get rid of his excess spirits. Now they are removing them from the chest rewards of the Abyss. Which is nice, because a lot of people have complained that it's really hard content and people didn't need the spirit drops that it was giving, and so they've taken it out. So hopefully that'll increase the chance of getting some of the other things. Soul Stone points significantly increase, but
so I mean, it's not just the spirits, is it? I mean, there's gold in there. I don't need that. I certainly don't need to awaken any of my epics. I definitely don't need that. There's a whole host of stuff in there you could reduce, but they're taking the 3 spirits out, aren't they? So we've got the green, the blue, and the red spirit. They're coming out.
Yeah.
Does that mean that soul stones are going to drop more often?
No, I mean, because they're still in the something like the 0.4% chance of dropping. So
Yeah, okay, but where does let's say 3%, let's say they've each got 1% chance of dropping those spirits. Where would that 3% end up going?
Well, the way the chest rewards go is you get your RNG for whether it's going to be a gold chest, a purple chest, or a blue chest.
Which is shit.
Which is what it is. And then within that gold chest, you then have a chance of your soul stones, whether it be it polished or unpolished. You have your summoned full summons for ancients and divines. You have your skill crystals and gems, and then you get the extra ones, and then at lower levels you've got like the fragments of those things and so on and so forth. But it's not a straight up by removing I think it will improve the rewards from the lower chests. I don't think it will have any impact on the golds or the chance of getting a soul stone out of it.
Okay.
Because they'll have managed the RNG in such a way that it doesn't make an impact.
They would have managed the RNG management, yeah.
Well, they'll manage the reward drops so that there is not an increase in soul stones flooding the market, unless you're one of those people who gets one every couple of weeks. So. I mean,
I am not one of those people.
No, I think my last one was back in January. But I have had the two that I got through playing the game. I got my 1200 avatar shards, and I got the one from doing the event. So I've now got my Valara A5. I'm probably going to throw a soul stone at Akira when I get the opportunity, just because I think she got a lot of potential. Or the other one I might build up is my Count Drac. So there's a couple of people who are like on the.
Can you not getting a shout?
He's in the blues. So I think I'd save it for the ones which are harder to get or impossible to get.
Save it for the ancients, yeah.
Save it for the ancients.
Fair enough.
Odyssey quest difficulty. Someone in the comments last week was complaining about the radiant meteorites, the gold bullion, the radiant bullion, and how difficulty those were to get. I think that's one of the ones they will be adjusting, because so many people have complained about that. I know I complained about it myself. I spent so much energy trying to get those things to drop, so I think that's going to be one of the ones they'll have dropped.
Okay, so after the optimization, commanders who have accepted and the adjusted quest will automatically accept the next quest and receive the reward compensation for the adjustment via email. So are you going to get reward compensation? Is that how you read it?
Yeah, I'm going to get some reward compensation. It's not going to be the 80 large stamina potions that I burned trying to get the damn things to drop. But anyway, it will be something.
One
large stamina potion, yeah.
If you're lucky, you're like, ooh.
Fixed an issue where after changing a hero skin, the summons would sometimes fail to be summoned during an auto fight in Titanic Ruins Matrix. So I guess this really affects Painter if people were putting the skin on the Painter. Because
I think which other summoners have got skin. So what about Sun Wukong? He's classed as a summoner, isn't he?
That's true, but
he's got a skin.
Yeah, I think it's because I don't use a skin. Yeah.
I'm just trying to selected summoners who's got a skin. So Beelzebub hasn't, and Nora. Well, that's not going to affect her at all, is it? No. She hasn't got one. No skin there. Beatrix hasn't got a skin. We've got Painter.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so very few summoners I can find with a skin.
Yeah.
So I've got Sun Wukong, Anora, Painter.
Yeah. So it's one of those three that was playing up.
Yeah. Being as it's a new one, I'm going to say you're right and go for painter on it then.
Yeah.
Even given the wide-reaching odds on it could be.
Yeah. Optimize quick cast for function for hero skills. Now this is really, really nice because
could be good.
They recently sorted out the Lord skill for the arbiters, so that you could take it off the auto casting, and now they're doing it for the chaotics in the same way. So rather than it triggering when it's got the blue bar, you can save it until it's got the 200%, and that's going to give you more control over how your teams are deploying. And again, it still doesn't stop you from activating the ultimate on your own, but it just means that you can do it. If you want to save it to 200% every time, you can have it saved to 200% every time.
Do you think they're going to include the arbiters in this as well? They're 300% one, so possibly 3-phase skill.
Who's got 300%? What? Oh no, that's already there. So the Lord skill.
Can you select 1, 2, or 3 on it though? Can you?
No. Well, I see what you're saying. You can either have it on in the autocast or not in the autocast.
Yes, whereas now I'm going to get to be able to choose whether I want it to go at 100% or 200%. Or that's how I read it. I mean, it could be wrong. Does that mean the arbiters now I get to select 1, 2, or 300%?
Well, that's going to be an interesting one to find out. But yeah, but by that logic, it should work, shouldn't it?
I mean, and if they haven't done that, why have they missed off the arbiters? That's an own goal, isn't it? I mean, that's just really weird. Why would you do that?
The arbiters are because Ingrid's too powerful. No, wait. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just a weird one to not do if you've gone that far with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So
particularly when you've done so much good stuff in this.
It is an amazing detail in this patch. It's going to be really exciting to get our hands on it. I think we're going to have a lot to play with over the next week. I think this is a really healthy sign for the game. So obviously we've had kind of like a rough couple of months where we've not had very good patches, or player confidence in Moonton has been harmed, and this patch kind of is going out of its way to kind of show that everything is there. They're looking at the heroes who are not performing well, and them going out of their way to make sure that they are usable. Even the older heroes are able to sort of do something within the game, and I think it's a positive sign for what's to come with Moonton, certainly over 2026. So
yeah, I do hope so. I really do. It's good to see there's new content, again, new heroes with good skills, and also revamping old ones. So you're not immediately lost because of the heroes that you've got. Yeah,
and again, the fact that they've added in the AMR stages, the new AMR stages, which are so difficult that most people are not able to complete them yet. It's content that people can push for, and that people are now starting to get towards the 250k threshold in Matrix, but they are incredibly awakened accounts, incredibly well developed accounts. So it's not for everybody, but it was always called the Terminus chest, so it's always going to be the end game for the Matrix. So I think...
So do you think Gear Dungeon 3 is going to be harder? Significantly harder than 1 and 2?
I don't think it's going to be significantly harder than 1 and 2, at least in the first 10 stages. As I think you go beyond 10, you're going to hit that ramp again, where you're going to have to spend a lot more time thinking about what's going on in the content to try and get to push through those next stages. Because I think that's where the gear dungeons really come into their own, especially when there's a new mechanic and you have to work out how to counter the environmental effects to allow you to succeed. So in Gear Dungeon 1, it's the rage reduction and the AoE damage from the boss. So how do you manage that? And now you've got something, there'll be something new rather than having the two types of minions coming in stage in Gear Dungeon 2. You're going to have a new mechanic, something that's going to make you stop, think, make you try again, and learn how it's all working to push through it. But I would imagine within 1 to 2 weeks, everyone will have maxed it to stage 18 again, or stage 13. So I think it's going to get cracked fairly quickly. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. And again, it's good because it's going to give you more opportunity to get your hands on these unidentified. So variants are always good.
Did we do Malrik's Halls?
I think we kind of glossed over it, but we'll scroll back to it. So yes, they are making some changes to Malrik Halls. They're making some of the stages easier. I think we
loads of the stages easier.
Yes. So specifically, they're making the Molten Obsidian stages 3 and 4. They're making those easier. They are removing the taunt effect.
So what do they do to make them easier then? Do they just reduce mob health and defense? Is that sort of it?
So I imagine it'll be things like they'll increase the mob timer, so the mobs will take longer to move through the next phase of the map. So when they come in, they'll sit and pause, or they'll give you more time to prepare. Because certainly on one of the ones I've got, the mobs come out so quickly, you don't have time to bring them low enough, and then they're immune to physical damage, so you can't. Yeah. So if you've got more time to deal with them at the spawn, then you've got more time to actually complete the map, and it's a little bit of that going on. So I think it's going to be stuff like that throughout. Or they'll change the combination of the mobs so that they're not as difficult to defeat. So removing the taunt effect from the giant skeletal shielders in the Malrik Halls of Illusions. Those are the guys who come through the top gate, lane 2 as the default boss, default minion in the sewers. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing with that. And they're reducing the difficulty of auto fights on Malrik's Halls of Illusion. So suicides. So you know how you can select up to 10 to run through. You're now going to be able to set it up so that your auto battle
can set up a suicide team to counter suicide now.
Exactly, and then do all of your suicide ones as quickly on auto battles. Because I know
I've got a massive number of them just stuck there because you get 98, 97%, and you're like, oh, bloody hellfire. Yeah, and it's annoying. So that would be quite nice just to make up a suicide team coming out from number 4, sort that out, select them all. So I've got loads of free stuff coming, really, haven't I, when I've done this? Got to make up one team and then run half a dozen auto battles in the background just as suicide teams.
Yeah, and finally they've added a secondary confirmation prompt for ending a background fight early. As long as they don't make me type in confirm, then I'm fine.
That's your pet hate at the moment, isn't it?
It's so weird. Especially as the capitalization has to be correct as well. You can't just type in confirm, you have to type with a capital C at the beginning. But yeah, that is it. I think that's everything that's on there. It's huge patch. It's going to be a lot to play with. I can't wait. I really can't. There's going to be some cool stuff coming.
Yeah, they're good on the patches at the moment. Really good news on them.
Yeah, I just need to do a little bit of pushing in Arena tomorrow. Make sure I don't drop out of Plat 3 so we can have a look at Apex Arena next week.
Yeah, that's a warning for everyone then, isn't it? Yeah, make sure you get your Plat 3 done. Yeah. And if you see me there, don't knock me out. I'm struggling.
You say that, and someone's already done the decent thing of taking me down another 8 points. So I'm going to be fighting hard to stay in.
Where are you? How many points you got at the moment then? Okay, 1.
1741. I've got 1 point. I've got 1 life point so far.
You're going to find out it was a guild mate.
Quite probably. Right. That's it for what's going on. I don't think there's any other reminders for this week. Unless by the time this goes out, the shop will probably be closed for
get your shop
Island.
done. You've got hours left.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for what's going on, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.